Nerazzurri fans from all over the world, welcome to the Interglobe for Salernitana-Inter 1-1, another sad day. But this time I think there must be something supernatural that intervened for us to tie this game, because it's crazy. That's why I titled a Voodoo Easter, because it seems like there was a magic spell, a curse, that wouldn't allow us to score the second goal. Anyway, today I received as a gift from my brother and my sister-in-law a great Easter egg with the Inter logo on it. And when we were in the elevator coming back home tonight, my son Leonardo fell in the elevator and right on the egg, breaking it into 1,000 pieces, like you can see. So I guess, there is something wrong with Inter and Inter fans these days. Anyway, a little tribute to Paulo Sousa, because he was on the pitch on the 5th of May in that terrible defeat in 2001. And as a coach, he also performed very well against Inter. He beat Inter 3 times out of 4 with Fiorentina when he was guiding and coaching Fiorentina. Anyway, a thought for him, because he was a very good player. I really admire his strength, especially his power in his legs, and also because he's a pretty good coach. Anyway, we start the game. The pace is so freaking slow, It's like a second, third division game in terms of pace. Yet we are not capable of doing much. Yes, we do score in the beginning with Gosens, but they really are nothing, and we don't manage to score the second goal, and this is our fault. In the very first half already, we were very passive, too passive, almost like if we wanted to get to the end to run the time, but without really putting any substance to our game. And nevertheless, in the first half, we had 11 shots to 1. 5-1 shots on goal. Can you believe it? There's not much to say, The ball just didn't want to go in. I mean, I remember this Lukaku's header in the end of the first half. Come on, okay, he didn't do a nice header, but still. Second half, of course, little by little, they start to believe that they can tie the game, because Inter is not closing it, is not putting it to sleep. And so, they first got a post, and then they scored with that incredible goal that reminds me of Ronaldinho's goal against Seaman in Brazil, England, France, 98. What a goal, what a goal. That was a free kick anyway, but this one is kind of similar trajectory and distance. Anyway, anywho, let's go to the grades and to the report. Tiramolo Onana 5. He, all in all, played pretty well, but he was very cautious when he came out of the goal, very precise with his feet, but that mistake in the end brings his grade from a 6.5, probably, to a 5. So Tiramolo Onana 5. Darmian 6. 17th consecutive game that he plays either on the flank or as defender, so respect. He was a bit more shy than usual, and Piontek kind of ridiculized him with a header in the second half, creating a good opportunity for Salernitana. But all in all, I think also because of the fact that he's playing all the time, he deserves a 6. De Vrij 6.5. As I mentioned, he's coming back, be careful. He was definitely better than in the last performances that we're used to, although he got a yellow card that he could have avoided, even if it wasn't a yellow card according to me. But still, those fouls in midfield are so useless, and a player of his experience shouldn't do them. He was good a couple of times on corners forward with headers, although he didn't score, unfortunately. He went this close. And defensively accurate, so 6.5. Acerbi 6+, very solid and also active forward. A-Train Dumfries 6-. Nothing much, the usual horrible feat, but he did put a fantastic cross on Lukaku's head. He was very good when he deflected a shot from just outside of the penalty area that was very dangerous. He, all in all, I think deserves a 6-, because he could have done more technically, but it wasn't obscene. Barella 6.5, 21 games for Barella, the last 21 games with 0 goal and 3 assists. So, not good enough, even though he got a post last game and he got a post this game. Better than the last times, because I guess he was less nervous because probably the team and Inzaghi told him something about this, so that was an improvement. He hit the post with a very good shot, but behind was not so exceptional, especially on Candreva in the second half. So all in all, it's a 6.5 for Barella. Aslani 6.5 as well. The guy has the talent. I want to see him on the pitch. Personality, nice launches, including the one that brought to the goal because of Lukaku's deflection. And also I appreciated particularly the corner kicks that were not, usually, Brozovic always shoots them in the same way, on the first post all the time for 25 times in a row. No, I appreciated that Aslani had a lot of variations on his corner, even though we didn't manage to score. Mkhitaryan 7, he played 27 of the last 29 games. He was very good, still very solid, very strong, physically really impressive considering his age. He was good in recuperating balls behind, in directing operations in midfield. He had a nice shot, so really 7. It was the player that I liked the most, together with Robin Gosens. Goal, amazing goal, because it wasn't simple, that goal, with his left foot he had to open it wide so much to hit the ball with the interior part of the foot, and it was a very, very precious goal, very well done. Then he did make a mistake when it came to serve and assist to Big Rom, but all in all, the fact that he scored means a lot. So it's a 7 for Gosens, and I also give him a 7 because I gave him a grade that was too low last time, because I culped him for something that he was not completely responsible for, which is we are talking about Gosens, who in the last game I said it was his fault on Cuadrado's goal in Juventus-Inter, but it wasn't. 1-1. Anyway, Lukaku 5.5. I mean, if I talk about Voodoo, about curses, about Voodoo Easter, whatever, is because of Lukaku. From half a meter, not because his mother is a fan of Voodoo, but because from half a meter, the second time in 2 games that you miss a goal like that, it's really something out of the normal, paranormal, I would say. It's a paranormal activity. Anyway, he made the assist to Gosens, so that goes to his merit. He had a nice shot, a low shot in the first half, a very nice shot with his left foot, not with his right like the previous one. So, he shot with both feet. And also he had a nice header in the end of the first half. That should have been a goal, honestly. Should have been a goal. And then that incredible header that hit the bar. He also served a great ball to Lauti in the end that he wasted. Lauti wasted with that kind of weird shot. And he, all in all, I think deserves a 5.5. It's an encouragement because, a person that misses that goal doesn't deserve usually that grade. But in case of Big Rom, I want to make an exception. Correa 5.5. One of the best games recently, even though, no assist, no goal, but that's what we expect from him. At least he moved around pretty good and he passed the ball interestingly. He also had a nice header at one point, and I appreciated that he was coming back to midfield to get the ball and to try and create some opportunities. So 5.5. Brozovic 5-. Comes in, totally wrong mentality, very light defensively. He loses a ball on the 3/4 when we were attacking, and we almost got a counter-attack and a goal on that ball. He doesn't secure the ball when we're winning to gain time and to run the chronometer. And so all in all, it's a terrible performance, 5-. Gagliardini 6. He got a yellow card, but I think it was a tactical foul, so he spent it wisely, and other than that he didn't do much. Lauti 5. You can't miss that goal if you are the leader of the team and if you are the most paid player on the team. You simply cannot miss that goal in that way. Drone delivery di Marco 5.5. Yes, he gained a foul forward, but all in all, He was not the usual Di Marco, and now it's almost 3-4 games that he's not the usual Di Marco, so I hope he comes back soon. Dzeko played too little to be judged. Inzaghi 5.5. Why? Because the game in itself, when you create all these opportunities, you can't blame the coach. But then again, the choice of Correa turned out not to be the best in the end. I appreciated that he must have talked to Barella because he was not as nervous, but in the second half, when you see that first half, that passivity, you have to really be angry and you have to demand to the team that they come back and then they score really, really soon. And the team didn't come back with that hunger, with that Squid Game mentality. So that wasn't good, and honestly the substitutions as well were not very good, because the players that came in didn't bring what he expected and what we expected, but mostly he took out the best players, because Aslani was playing really well and Gosens as well. So it's a 5.5 for Inzaghi. That's it for today's video. It's a pretty sad day, but hopefully we'll have something to rejoice about soon. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please punch the like button, subscribe and leave a comment. I'd love to learn how to make these videos better. Thanks again, and as always, Forza Magica Inter. Ciao.